Sierra, you're doing it right. Oh, okay. Who are the anchors? Follow who the anchors? Okay. Peter, Lena, it started in the Sylmar area. We're already almost in the Newhall area. That's going to be Sierra Highway. He got off the 5 freeway at Roxford. San Fernando, if you know that little shortcut, if you're going north, made his way out here onto Sierra Highway. He's working his way on this area right here. This is a long stretch, not a lot out here, but LAPD in pursuit. Very dangerous suspects. These are armed 211. That means they're armed robbery suspects. Supposedly, apparently, it's all suspect right now, involved in a robbery of a burrito or a taco stand in the Pacoima area earlier on. The airship, the helicopter from LAPD, they heard the call for the robbery in progress. They got there very quickly, and they saw this car fleeing. LAPD working in unison. They got a hold of some ground units. They got him behind there, but they didn't want to light him up or use those lights and sirens right away. They wanted to make sure they had enough units behind there and a supervisor. They did all of that. Here we go, cross the median coming up on Newhall, wrong side of the road. Whoa! You saw that guy locking it up right there. Now we're turning, I believe it's going to be on Newhall, making a turn now on Newhall, heading into the Santa Clarita area. We can see that there's more than one person inside the car. We know there's 2 people in that front seat, possibly 3 people inside the vehicle earlier on. That's what we were hearing. 3 suspects involved in that robbery. So they may all 3 be in there. A gun was involved as well. This car, definitely they are fleeing. Dangerous suspects this evening. Pursuit continues. LAPD, the ones behind it, right now established into in the Newhall area. Made another hard turn right there and on a residential street. See those doors opening up. You know they're going to be getting out. You're right, Lena. Here they go. Right behind the car, right behind the building right there. We're going to see what we can do with Sky 9. You got a passenger running right there. Suspect, the driver. That's one of the guys they want. There's 3 of them, so they don't know which one has the weapon, but a dangerous situation indeed. Car's still rolling. We're going to stay with the guy we can see, who's basically just giving up right now in a field. So that's one of the 2. That's going to be the passenger. We're going to move Sky 9 around. The driver in this area right here. You got guys with their guns out, the officers, I mean. So this is going to be a serious situation. We're going to move the helicopter around as quick as possible. But they said 3 people involved. We saw 1 in custody, the passenger. Driver behind this building, weapons out. We'll see if they're taking him into custody as well. This is definitely an apartment complex. I'm going to get some streets for you here in just a second. This was happening so quickly we couldn't even get our mapping system up. But right now, though, it looks like they got a person going into custody. Or no, they just got this officer with a weapon out. So this guy, possibly the armed suspect, running over here. They don't want to pursue him into a blind alley. Right now, this is probably going to be starting to be a perimeter. But we'll get you some streets here. We're hearing right now that there's 2 in custody. 2 in custody. We'll find him here in just a second. This doesn't look like he's in custody. You know, Lena, we're working on that right now. We're having a little communication issues with you guys on the IFB. I got to say that. But it does sound, we heard that there's 2 in custody. It might have been the passenger, one of the passengers. The driver still outstanding right now. You can see these officers very serious. They've got their weapons out. They've got this one building out here totally surrounded, but that doesn't mean that they have that guy in custody. A very serious, intense situation for those officers down there on the ground. Armed suspect was in that chase. You know, the adrenaline's pumping for these guys, meaning the suspects and the police. Right now, though, they're they may be turning this into a perimeter. But right now, one suspect still outstanding, possibly the driver, and that might have been the guy with the weapon. Let's move around a little. That's right, Peter, and you know what? I believe that this is going to be the terrace apartments out here right off of Newhall Avenue with a cross of Via del Oro. So my map is showing it as the terrace apartments, and it does definitely look to be an apartment building, and it is right off of Newhall. These officers from LAPD, you got other people in the area right now, you know, kind of goofing around, but you don't know how serious of a situation this is. This person wanted in an armed robbery earlier this evening. That high-speed pursuit, LAPD out here in force right now. Even the officers that are down here closer to the ground, I mean on the ground down there, they have their weapons out there pointing towards this apartment building. Now there's some talk, or we're hearing just some maybe crosstalk, that this is an area that they're familiar with, possibly an area where this suspect may be living. So there's a good possibility that if those are all correct, that this may be the apartment building he lives in. Right now, though, we do know one outstanding, and that's the driver, and that's the guy that they really want to get hands on right now. Officers from LAPD, very tense out here, a lot of weapons out, and a lot of situations where they could have somebody, possibly just a civilian in the area, you know, in these apartments that might just be opening a door, looking outside. So these guys are on heightened alert right now. You can see them lighting up that apartment right there on the top floor. Again, this is a pursuit termination. This is going to be in the Newhall area. Possibly the terrace apartments out here in the Newhall area off of Via del Oro. Most definitely, and you can see that there's some stairways right there, and that was the last spot that they saw this armed suspect. You can see the officer just walking by right now, making a call on the radio and covering himself. Now, we do know that there's a door right there in the front. There may be another way into that same apartment from the back. Right now, though, one suspect still outstanding. This is going to be a suspect search out here in the Newhall area after a pursuit that started in the San Fernando Valley. All right, now I can play with the I can play with the radio. I lost these guys as soon as we got over here. Yeah, I got you on 6. What's up? Oh, no, I'm talking about the scanner right now. Yeah, the scanner. I got nothing. I don't. It isn't like I have a mixer. You know that. All I have is one knob. I can turn it down if you want. All right. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Pursuit termination. Pursuit termination. All right. His desk is calling me. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Yes. All right. Yes. 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 And I'm just double checking everything that I said was on television, and it is all correct. And for some reason, I lost the scanner. I got nothing. I mean, once we got across the hill, it just everything's quiet. We're not receiving anything. Channel 177, channel 177. Yeah, 49 comes up as City Tax 6, so. All right, I'll flip it around, see if I can catch some crosstalk, but yeah, it totally went quiet when we got up here. All right, I'll find it. Thank you, Mark. And copy all, copy all. So most definitely, most definitely. All right, you guys on the web, I can't see what you guys are writing right now, and that's good or bad, but right now this pursuit termination is going to be in the Newhall area, off of Newhall Avenue near Valley del Oro, taking somebody into custody right there. Now that just could have been a guy in the wrong spot at the wrong time. You know, Newhall Boulevard, I got to say this right now, shut down completely off of the 14 freeway. They got it totally closed right here at that intersection by the apartment complex. LAPD doing what they're doing, keeping people safe. You got more folk coming down out of that apartment building right now. Everybody with their hands up. They're going to be taking these guys into custody. Now, got to be clear about this. When you say they're taking them into custody, that means just that. Nobody's being arrested. They don't know who these guys are. Somehow they have some information that says something about something, and so they believe that they need to cuff these guys. Are they the bad guys? I don't know. I don't even want to guess. You can see this guy right here at that same apartment. You know, he's going to wait it out a little bit, do a couple of tweets maybe, check out what's going on. I don't know if he's going to even walk over to the door. We'll see what's going on right there. But you got more and more people up there, everybody with their hands up, a lot of tense situation going on. If you guys are listening, standing by pictures. So if you guys are listening on the web, I always appreciate it. Love the comments. Right now, though, chase is over. Kind of on this perimeter type of mode right now, which, you know, sometimes can be exciting and a lot of times is not. If you guys are wondering what I was talking about when I was rambling about radios and stuff like that, you know, the way we get the information back and forth out here is basically through the scanners. You know, we don't have a direct line to LAPD. The officers aren't talking to us directly from the helicopter. And, you know, that's the way it should be. Those guys are busy. There's a lot of legal mumbo-jumbo that's involved with something like that. So we gather our information by listening to the radio. So that's what's going on right there. Now, I said the apartment name earlier on is the Terrace Apartments. We see Villa Apartments right there. Don't know if the terrace ones are back over this way, and also I'm just using a map like Google Maps, so I don't know exactly who's what where. Maybe they even changed the name, who knows. 1 minute away from an update, copy all. So internet guys, as soon as I hear the music or the noise, I gotta go back to work, but you can see what's going on out here. Officers from LAPD chase these guys into this area. They got the area locked down. They're taking some people into custody, and they've got to sort all this stuff out. But these are robbery suspects, armed robbery suspects that robbed a business earlier this evening. So this is a serious deal. 3-0. One five. Peter, Lena, this chase comes to an end. Suspects jump out, run into this condo area. This is the corner of Newhall Avenue and Valley del Oro. You can see the officers have two areas locked down, one of them right here, and this is the area they believe that the driver ran into. That top unit right there lit up right now, the helicopter lighting it up, and officers very concerned as these are armed robbery suspects that were fleeing. They had just committed a crime in the Pacoima area and then fled up to this spot. Officers from LAPD have Newhall Avenue shut down completely out here right now as they're taking some people into custody from another unit. Don't know if these are related or possibly related. Right now we see a bunch of gentlemen out there with cuffs on. They've been coming down out of that apartment building, apartment unit that we see right there. Right behind that tree there's our stairs. Right now though, they do know the driver still outstanding. That driver possibly the armed suspect. So officers not taking any chances out here. Possibly this may turn into a standoff and a SWAT type of situation. Right now it's a suspect search, but they believe they have that suspect narrowed down to that one spot we're showing you right there. Live at Sky 9 over the Newhall area. I'm Stu Mandel. Back to you two in the studio. All right, we kind of sort of have the scanner up right now. Yeah, they're going to bring the K9. There's no doubt about that. Water would be great right now. No, I'm good, brother. I'm good. We're going to be here for the duration, though. So just kind of letting you guys know about, because we've got this time alone together. So a lot of times when we're watching and you see like somebody run behind a corner and you see the helicopter kind of moving, that's not lack of movement. It is we are so high above. We're not down there low with the LAPD, and it moves from the ground. Seem like they take forever, but we're moving at like 100 and something miles an hour. It's just the way, how things work and they move because of distance and angles and etc. So when these guys run around corners like that and we can't follow them, it's not lack of trying, that's just physics. And it's something that, you know, you got to accept. Right now, though, I'm having some physics issues with the radio. We're trying to listen to what's going on. We're trying to hear what these officers are saying. Right now, it's a little bit difficult. I don't know if it's a location, or antenna. But at any rate, we get them every now and then. We hear little bits and pieces. But they definitely, the suspect, the guy they want to talk to, the one they want to talk to the most, still outstanding. They believe that he ran up those stairs into that apartment right there. Don't know how these layouts work. You'd guess that that's a separate apartment in the back. I didn't see anybody run up that front stairs. So gosh only knows. I've got a loss here. Maybe there's a garage and they can run up to, you know, who knows. But right now, they got the guy they really want to talk to is MIA. The pursuit started down in the Pacoima area, maybe North Hollywood. I heard they were on Lancashire. That's where we kind of picked it up. It was a robbery of we understand it was a food establishment. Guy had a gun. LAPD's airship happened to be close by, responded quickly, and saw the suspect's vehicle fleeing the scene. Quickly, they got a hold of the ground units that were responding, diverted some of them to the following. They got behind this guy. They didn't light him up right away because they wanted to make sure they got all their ducks in a row, meaning they wanted to make sure they got enough units behind there. And then it was on and cracking. They got on the freeway, got off the freeway, basically raced up here to this location. They dumped the car, just jumped out, ran. Car just kind of rolled, came to a stop right there. Nothing too dramatic. They said 3 people. We know one for sure in custody, possibly the second. Maybe he stayed in the car. And then, but the driver, I mean, when that car stopped, I am hearing him on the scanner. Basically, one of them ran around the corner. We lost him. I'm pretty sure also that the helicopter, the PD helicopter, might have lost him as well. Don't know if they had eyes on him, but this guy basically up and disappeared around the corner. And the belief is that he ran up that stairwell into that unit right there. Again, I have no idea if that's the back door to that front one or if these are 2 separate units. Right now, though, that suspect isn't giving up. And LAPD, they definitely want to talk to him. Thank you, Dorothy. These apartments look nice. I'm just catching up, guys. I'm just kind of scrolling through. I don't think that guy's just going to come walking out in a couple minutes. Just being a little bit quiet if you guys are just joining. Just letting you know, pursuit termination was a kind of wild chase earlier on. Armed robbery suspects started North Hollywood, Pacoima area. The call came out, robbery in progress. Helicopter actually got there first, not us, LAPD. And when they showed up, they actually saw the vehicle that met the description leaving the area. So that's how they knew that these were the guys. They got all these units from a couple of units from LAPD and a supervisor behind that car, and then the pursuit was on. It was kind of moving there for a while. Wrong side of the road, drove over a center median, but pulled into this neighborhood, condo out here, off of sorry, I keep saying that wrong. Valley del Ora on Newhall. That's right there. Basically made another turn into the unit. The guys jumped out right there. Car kind of rolled off, ended up right there. One of the passengers got taken into custody right over there. And then the driver ran behind that building and then went ahead, ran up the stairwell, and it just kind of ended right there. I'm listening to the show right now. They're talking about the new Apple. So now these officers, they took these guys into custody. Got to be clear about that. These guys are in custody. They're not arrested. Yeah, they got cuffs on and they are standing there. Don't know what it's all about. Don't know what the connection was to that apartment that they wound up taking those guys into custody from. But they'll sort it out. If they're wanted, if they're part of it, it'll be all taken care of sooner or later. We do know that the SWAT has been called out to this. They're en route. That means special weapons and tactics. Shows how old I am. They're going to be coming out here shortly, and of course this whole situation is going to change, and it's going to be a long, ongoing thing for these people that live in these apartments or condominiums out here. Of course, they got to clear out all their guys, make sure all the guys that are covering things, they get their replacements in there. And so it's like I said, it's going to be an ongoing type of situation if that guy is held up in that apartment. Right now, though, lots of ifs, lots of maybes, lots of we don't really know. But right now, these officers, they got their weapons out. All eyes are trained on that apartment right there. And we'll see what happens. They're talking about doing a call out right now. That means they're basically going to say, "Hey, we got you surrounded." Just like in the movies, I would guess. Yes, Paul. Copy all. 1:30. Exciting stuff. Juan, I don't know if you're talking about the story we're looking at. This is not Long Beach. This is going to be Newhall, the Newhall area. He is still on the loose. It's still a standoff. Well, Pamela, if he's watching what's going on, then he should have a really good idea that he's not going to get out of this. And also, just so you know, too, is like there's other ways. He could look right out the window. We do protect officer safety, but if the officers are standing right in front of a window, 30 seconds, the suspect can see them pretty easily. We're not giving anything away. Away. Peter, Lena, you're looking at the spot where the guy jumped out of the car, and the last place we saw that driver ran up onto the second floor of this apartment complex out here at the corner of Via del Oro and Newhall in the Newhall area. Now, it was a wild pursuit. Armed robbery suspects down in the valley. LAPD helicopters saw them leaving the scene. They got the LAPD ground units behind it, and when they had enough, they lit him up with the lights and sirens, and the pursuit was on. It made its way all the way up here, sometimes on the freeway, sometimes on streets, but ended in this apartment complex. Right now, LAPD have this one unit completely surrounded. They're actually asking right now for SWAT. This may turn out to be a standoff. While this is going on, Newhall Avenue shut down both directions right at Via del Oro. Don't know when they're going to open up any lanes out here. Right now, a very dangerous suspect still outstanding. Live in Sky 9 over Newhall, I'm Stu Mandel. Back to you two in the studio. Did I go too long, Paul? Okay, cool, thanks. Hey, the guys here on the internet that are saying that they live in the apartment complex and stuff, what's the name of the apartment complex, and am I saying the street names correctly? Oh, now my desk is talking to me. Go ahead, go ahead. Very exciting, very exciting. Brian's talking about Scott Reif and the Skylord, man. I worked with that guy for a long time. That guy is a good friend. He's an awesome dude. How can you remember that guy? Are you kidding me? He's awesome. Remember him. The Villages. Thank you, Jen. Via del Oro. Thank you. I just want to make sure I was saying it right. Thank you, Sarah. We got enough fuel to get us to 9 o'clock, and then we're going to go off to go get more. Is the helicopter saying anything cool, Timmy? Let me turn. Oops, sorry guys, I was... Uh-oh. Now I'm in trouble. Go ahead, TOC, go ahead. The audio issue, I have nothing to fix that. There's nothing I can do inside the helicopter to fix that. I don't have a mixer or anything. All the other inputs are off, and the only thing I have open is my mic. Right. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I had you turned down. What's up? Go ahead. Okay. Alright guys, I'm back with you guys on the web. Going to do a shameless plug for myself. You know, you guys can follow me on Twitter. Not that I have anything like any kind of exciting there, but you guys can follow me on Twitter. It's just Stu_Mundell. And sorry, the pause. And if you guys are new to this, the pauses are usually me listening to information or something. Basically what they're doing is they're going to use their loudspeakers. They're pretty sure they got this guy locked down in this top apartment, corner apartment right here. They're going to try to talk him out of it. I don't know if they are, when they say that, I don't know if they're just going to use their loudspeaker or they're actually talking to him. But they've got K9 en route. They've got SWAT en route. So this is, they've got this guy pretty well locked down if he's actually in there. There's always that weird question. But it's just a situation right now. I thought you said I was in the trash can. No, I don't know, man. He ran around that corner. That officer was right behind him. They probably saw him run up that stairways, and that's the reason why they're really, really locking down that apartment right there. Well, Damien, I don't care what they say. I'm just playing with you, brother. I appreciate the heads up. You know, who knows? I have not heard that. If my desk tells me that that's the case, would definitely bring it up. I haven't heard that on the scanner. I haven't heard anything about that, so I'm not touching that. Vanessa, I used to be nice 15 years ago. I love coffee. Of course I would. You don't even have to send it to me. I'll follow you back, brother. Happy birthday, Juan. All right. Oh, it looks like, dude, let's get the shot between the tree and the stairwell. Did you hear that? Yeah, they're talking. They're saying that they're communicating with him and that they want to. They're going to get eyes on him. They're going to when he walks out. No, it's right there in the center of the shot. That one. Yeah. I don't know what stairwell he's coming out of now. Now that you mention it, there's one in the front. I don't know how big these apartments are. No, there's one on the side too, right there, but where that tree is. That's the last place they saw him. But I don't know if he's coming out this one. I mean, maybe there are two doors. Because obviously he ran, you know, the last place we saw him was around the corner and he could have ran up those stairs. So that's the stairwell I'm thinking they're talking about, but I don't know. Yeah, somewhere right in here. Let's just kind of park it for just a little bit. And they want to use our picture anyway. It might not be as dramatic as I'd hope, but you know what, if he pops out, this is a spot to be. And now we got another tree in the shot. Perfect. If there's no tree, you know I'm not shooting it. But be prepared to make the move if he's on the back one. Hey, they're talking about what he's wearing. They must be talking to him. They must be saying, hey, what are you wearing? That must be an interesting phone call. Yeah, well, they're both sides. That's what I'm saying. Dude, if he pops out that other one, we won't see him. There's a tree in the way. If he pops out the front one. But that doesn't help me. Don't ever play that game. But, yeah, now I see nothing. Well, that's first time today. You had the pursuit, man. It's been a long week. I need some coffee. All right. No, there was a split it, like right here. So if he pops out on the stairwell on the right side, we'll see him, and if he pops out on the one on the left, we'll see him, and then we can make the move. And we'll also see these guys. They'll start posturing differently. No, Brian, I'm a huge tree hugger. Richard, that would be awesome, but I hope you're not. Just for you know, just so you know. Oh, my beautiful apple just locked up. Imagine that. They don't do this. Oh. Well, that's the end of that, guys. I know, that's what I'm saying. They got both of them. Yeah. Well, I mean, it would work out really great. You know? I've listened to preachers and I've listened to fools. And I've listened to dropouts that make their own rules. Oh, you'd hope. Oh, stand by. I'll go a little wider, see if we get some police action. You got to wonder what that conversation is like. You know, the officers are talking to the suspects, and he's like, hey, what are you wearing? It never got me anywhere, I'll tell you that. Huh? And for all you iPhone fans out there, I'm just letting you know it was user error. My phone actually died. I have it. Where? Oh no, it's probably they're coming here. It's SWAT. Got me all panicked. Probably the K9. If they're just arriving right now, it's K9. Who brought the dogs here? K9. K9. All right. Firm missiles. Who said that? No. I haven't heard that in a while. Yeah. No. All right. Let me plug it. It's plugged in. I'll try to join you guys a little later. I don't think they could. They don't train them to do that. 3-0, copy all. Ten away. Long one or a short one? Peter, Lena, it's all happening right here at the Villa Apartments and the Newhall area, corner of Newhall Avenue and Via del Oro. You can see they're lighting up this one unit right there. This is just one unit in a large complex. It was a pursuit earlier on. It started out with armed robbery suspects. They just robbed a business in the San Fernando Valley area. LAPD helicopter there in a flash. They saw that car leaving the scene. They actually called for backup. Cars on the ground started to get behind it, and the pursuit was on. It ended up here in the Newhall area. Now, two of the suspects jumped out and ran. They were caught. The driver, also a suspect, ran into this apartment that you're seeing right here. Right now, it is locked down, this apartment complex. They've got some people evacuated. Others are sheltering in their home. Possibly a dangerous suspect. An armed robbery happened earlier on. Right now, we believe they may be actually communicating with that suspect. He hasn't come out yet. SWAT's on the way. Canines on the way, meaning they're dogs. Right now, it's a standoff. Newhall Boulevard shut down both directions in Newhall, right at Via del Oro. Live in Sky 9. I'm Stu Medell. Back to you two in the studio. I would have loved to do that. All right. I don't know. You see him? I could be. They kind of know where he is. They're not going to send the dogs in because the guy's armed. So they're not going to be like, kicking the door. They're just kind of here for, yeah. Let me turn the scanner back up. I kind of had it turned down. Just kind of hang here for a little bit. We're only going to be here for another 10 minutes or so, and then we gotta go. My phone's coming back to life. Sorry if the shot's not that exciting, guys. I got to be honest with you. I just don't. This is the deal. I mean, if he comes out, that's the shot we need. So. Wally, you're funny. Again, if you guys have Twitter, I'd appreciate the follow if you can. Just hit me up. It's Stu_Mundell. Should be pretty easy to find. Always appreciate any interaction. We usually, I tweet stuff. You know what I mean? Usually it's breaking news. I am a tree hugger. I don't know how old these comments are. I don't know if this is when we were having the tree problem earlier on. Thank you, Jess. Actually, Jason, there's a Carl's Jr. right down the street that love the Carl's Jr. Oh, this must be old. You guys are making comments about my Aussie comment. I haven't heard him talk on our TAC. Susie says hi, Timmy. He says hello, Susie. Australia, that's a place I've always wanted to go, never been. I know. I hear so many different things about Australia. It's just funny. It's like I'll talk to some people and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's all about money and everything's crazy expensive down there." And then I hear that, "Oh, it's basically, they're all, it's not about the money." So it's really odd, but they seem like really great people from what I see. Andy, we've been yelling since we got here. Can't you tell my voice is almost dead? Ha! Staying away from that one, Ken. That sounded a little aggressive. Yeah, they just said something on the scanner. See? Brandon, is that because they just party like rock stars? One of my friends went there. One of my good friends went to Whistler. Oh, this is not as exciting as I'd hoped. This is one you like the commercials. Jeff! My wife, Nicole actually just said something to me about that, going out to the Route 66 diner. Literally, I think it was Sunday. Dwayne, we can see you too, brother. We're looking at you right now. No, I don't know exactly where you're at. Somebody's asking about my cats. They're all good. Stand by pictures. Let me get you something nice. Stand by. Yeah, so I'm starting to think that they weren't actually talking to this guy on the phone. They probably were just on the loudspeaker. That could be. Meat pies? What meat pies did I post? Go ahead, go ahead. I heard our station do the reviews, and they were like, yeah, not so good. I know some people that are in that line and ready to pay that money, and I am not one of them. Sticking with my, I forgot what it's called. The Nextel. Katie, we can stay in the air for about 2 hours. Richard, I use that line on my kids all the time, and they do not enjoy it. Now's the time I wish the XM in this helicopter worked better. At least they're letting some of the traffic go. They got a nice command post set up out here on Newhall Avenue. Just letting you guys know, if you're local, that Newhall is pretty much shut down right at Via del Oro. Not a good thing. They got it both directions shut down, and it is creating quite a backup. They probably got something a little bit farther. My guess is at Sierra. Yeah, they got it blocked at Sierra now, so that it's going to take care of all the traffic going this way, and the traffic going to the freeway seems to be also lessened a lot. So my guess is either the sheriff's department or some sort of traffic control is down there right now, so they got that part taken care of. Sorry. Yeah, it made it sound like they were actually talking to this guy earlier. Lynn Turner, is she on Facebook? Maybe I can do like the Facebook. Lynn Turner's birthday is today, I guess. Happy birthday, Lynn. Susie, you are not. The description is shorts and a white t-shirt. I'm serious. That's what we got. Male guy. The information that we just got is that these guys were robbing Metro PCS stores, and they actually had robbed 2 of them tonight, and they were on the second one. So thank you, Gina, for joining in. That's awesome. So, but if you're willing to walk into a store with a gun and rob people, that's a pretty dangerous situation, and then officers are, obviously. Yes, Charlie, good evening. Second time today. Copy. Okay. Copy all. You know what? I'll do a little setup, but then I'll call like almost right away. I'll say earlier it was a chase, a pursuit, and then you can roll that tape, and I can explain how it was a pursuit while the tape is rolling, if that's cool with you. So they're saying he's in the back. You want to just roll over there? Let's kind of just go take a look in the back. Let's take a look. All right, man. Sean, we're gonna take your advice. So if this messes up, it's all on you. All right. Hey, Ernest. What's up? Okay, cool. Thank you. They say you can see him looking out the window every now and then. So let's go take a peek. Well, either that or they think they're seeing something. It's all good, man. There's a team effort. No. $30 away. I just wonder what it sounds like down there. park. I bet. It's probably really loud, Christina. Stand by. Peter, Lena, we're here at the Villa Apartments out here at the corner of Newhall and Via del Oro. This is where that pursuit came to an end. We have tape from earlier on when this was an actual pursuit coming from the valley north to the Newhall area. Now, these suspects, armed suspects, apparently robbed 2 PCS stores. Those are phone stores. And on the second one, LAPD got the call. A helicopter was overhead and actually saw these guys getting in their car and fleeing the scene. Now, they called the ground units. They got behind them. The lights and sirens started, and it was a full-on pursuit. Sometimes on the 5 freeway, mostly on Sierra and side streets. Got up here into the Newhall area, drove into this apartment complex. They jumped out of the car. 2 suspects were taken into custody almost right away. Car just kind of rolled off, but the driver, possibly the armed suspect, ran into this apartment. It's been a standoff ever since. LAPD has this unit totally surrounded. They're talking to this person right now. Don't know if this guy is actually planning to come out. We do know SWAT is on the way. This area totally locked down right now. Newhall Avenue at Via del Oro closed both directions for a huge police presence. This probably won't be opening up until this is over. When that happens, we just can't say right now. Live in Sky 9, I'm Stu Mandel. Back to you in the studio. Sorry, that's command post. I could have showed more though. I'm sorry. They got the street completely cleared. I heard you, but I wasn't sure what you were saying. Let's play with the camera magic. Yeah, I can't see anything through those windows. Copy all. Oh yeah, we gotta go, huh? What? Yeah. Hey, Simon Tess, go ahead. Oh, is they moving the blinds? Did the blinds just move? Up, there he is. There he is. He's right there in the window. See him? Do you see him? Maybe this is what they were saying about him. All right, so now there's some other talk that he's holding a child. I haven't heard any of that. I haven't seen any of that. You know, I don't know. Copy all, copy all. We're going to hang out for a little bit more. No, it's me. Why would he do that? Why would he come to the window with a child? Yeah, I was going to say something like that too, but you know, this is the stuff that I always talk about. It's, you know, you just don't know the whole story. you know? And yeah, we have no idea what's going on right there. I don't want to condemn a guy I don't know. Yes, it doesn't look good. It definitely doesn't look good. Sarah, right now, after that guy made his little appearance, we're probably going to be staying for a little while longer. But just so you guys know, it's, you know, we've got shows continual, so we need to be here for the 10 and then probably for the 11. You know, Philip, we found out, I heard the earlier was a food establishment, then I heard tacos. The official that I heard now is that it's PCS phone stores. He's got both his hands in the air. I don't see a kid. So let's just kind of leave that out of this until the desk says, it's all good. It's all good. Be careful. He does? No, he's holding. Yeah. Or maybe if that's a gun, it's a phone. It's a phone. It's a phone. Oh, Jesus. Right here. Don't move any farther. You're going to get the tree. Don't move any farther. Now he's probably trying to explain to him that he was just there to return it. I mean, this is all a big misunderstanding. Yes, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. I'll have Timmy do some math and some calculating, and we'll break out the abacus, and we'll let you know here in just a minute. Yeah. We could do the top of the 10 with what we have now, but then we'd have to leave during the 10. I don't know if that works for you. Well, got the magic 8 ball. We can find out what's going on. Tammy, we don't know. I think this is all just rumor. I never saw a child. Never saw a child. So you pulling the plug now? You want to pull the plug in a couple of minutes? When do you want to pull the plug? Alrighty. We are departing the scene. Internet viewers, I'm sorry, we'll be back as soon as possible. We're going to go get some fuel and some water for me. And we'll see what we see when we get back. The word is, just so you guys know, that we're not just leaving you guys and no coverage. We got ground crews down there, apparently. They don't have this shot. There's probably no way they can get that. But we need to protect the 10 o'clock show, meaning they need to have the helicopter here. So we're going to go get fuel. We'll come back. That's how it goes. Welcome to the world of news gathering, or electronic news. And Gina, I'm sorry. It's probably another, those are probably the SWAT guys. There's SWAT coming to the scene. You've probably been on the freeway a couple times and had like this long row of cars pass you, and you're probably thinking to myself, what was that? Was that a pursuit? That's SWAT. It's usually SWAT. Sarah, so do I. I think we're done. See you guys. We'll be back at 10-ish. Maybe before. Oh, no, we're not done. It just locked up. We're just going to get fuel and come back. About less than 30 minutes, so we're back. Oh, Sway. How many times have I said that and been wrong? Beautiful San Fernando Valley. For all you Valley folk. All right, we're going to pan along here as long as we're alive.